How's it going, everyone? This is Amaske, and in this video I'm going to show you my games for this month's ladder tournament round 1, and my opponent was Luffy or Skyshine. So we played 3 games and I have all of the 3 replays here. If you don't, you might be wondering why I'm here with replays. Actually, I was recording while playing the games, but somehow something happened and the video got corrupted, and so yeah, it can't be uh, it can be opened. So yeah, that's why I'm here watching the replays, and I'll do the review thing, which I have done previously in some of my videos. From the next game, it I'll make sure to that doesn't happen, and I'll be able to record while playing. That will be really good. But moving on here, this is the first game, and let's have a look at what the teams we are using. First of all, my team is a sand team built around Mega Garchomp. This is a Mega Chomp with the SD and 3 attacks. One is Fire Blast for the Skarmories. Then I have a Hippowdon. It's just a smooth rock Hippowdon. Sandrush Escadrille, the standard set. Then I have a Bold Clefable and AV Tornadus and a Scarflaty, which is really good because of the Healing Wish support, and it is also my defogger. So yeah, this is the team. On the other hand, my opponent is using Zapdos. I think that was Impish Chomp. Yeah, that was Impish Chomp. Among Us, which is a great Keldeo counter. Zapdos is the defogger. That was a Specs Keldeo, a Bandit Tyranitar, and Mega Alakazam, which is a really good team actually. So let's just start it, and I'll make it slow so the game doesn't go ahead before I speak something. No. So here I led with my Clefable, thinking of the Garchomp lead, which worked out really good. And I clicked Moonblast. He went Among Us, which is, a great counter. Perfect Clefable counter is an Among Us, unless I have Flamethrower, but still it is a hassle because Among Us has access to clear smog. Here I went Hippowdon on the turn 2 because I didn't want my Tornadus get spored, and Hippowdon I think is a decent free Pokemon. I only needed it to get sand up. Here, then I went Tornadus on the Among Us. He switched into Garchomp, and I knocked off its Rocky Helmet, and he got his Stealth Rock up probably. Yep. Now here I U-turned out, as you can see, as he went Zapdos for that static chance, which was a really good play. U-turned out, went into Garchomp because Zapdos can't really do anything to Garchomp, and I figured that he won't be using HPIs because he needs something to kill Scizor and Parathon, I guess, And here I Mega Evolved Garchomp. I didn't want to predict or anything. I just clicked Stone Edge. He went Keldeo. Here I have a EV Tornadus, which is a perfect counter for Keldeo, but he clicked Icy Wind, and now I was kind of in a trouble, but I ended up going into Clefable, but he really made a great play by doubling into Among Us and totally got me there. Here I clicked Softboil. That was a bad play because the sand was going to run out, and I just clicked Softboil and didn't realize that I'll be faster. I should have calm minded up and then Softboiled till he clears Smogs. Till the point he clears Smogs. I should have done that. Here I went Hippowdon. He clicked Sludge Bomb. Here I think I stayed in, or no, I went Garchomp. Okay, because Garchomp really is dangerous for his team, but he doubles into Keldeo, which in turn again forces my Garchomp out. But his Hydro Pump is there. I don't think it mattered much, but okay. Here I doubled out into Escadrille, thinking of him going into Tyranitar, but he went Garchomp, so don't know if he predicted the Escadrille or what, or maybe he just was trying to sack Garchomp, but it worked out very well for him. My Escadrille gets knocked out here. Now I went Mega Garchomp because of course my Garchomp is fast because I knew that opposing Garchomp is an impish one. I knocked out the Garchomp. He will again go into Keldeo. Let's make it normal, I guess. I went Lati and I think he clicked Scald, damaging me. Now I still doubled, I think. Or did I? No, I just clicked Psychic. I should have doubled. But I have put on. I wanted to get my sand up. Here I tried to stay in as he will go Keldeo here, and my Hippodon unfortunately didn't wake up, and I ended up sacking it because I didn't have any switch. My Tornadus was at like 53%, Lati was very low. So here I knocked off Zapdos' leftover. I clicked Hurricane but missed, but it didn't matter because Hurricane was not very effective and I don't know why I clicked that. I should have clicked Heat Wave or because it would have 2-hit KO'd it, I think. Here my Stone Edge missed. That is kind of bad, but Heat Wave didn't do that much damage, I guess. It would have only here the Heat Wave damage would only have been like if he would have been forced to click Hydro Pump because I wouldn't have survived the Scald. But this, I think I am in range of Scald, but unfortunately he got a low roll and I survived here, so his Keldeo went up. Now here I did the biggest mistake, which was sacking my Garchomp. I don't know why. I just sacked my Garchomp. Now listen to me. Okay, so he has an Alakazam. He has a Tyranitar, which is, I think, banded. Maybe not, but it won't be faster than a Mega Chomp. I know for a fact that it's not Scout because I've seen his team in Pro. And the Among Us is mixed defensive Black Sludge one, right? With the Sludge Bomb, Clear Smoke, Spore, and Giga Drain, I believe. I think, yeah. So as my Garchomp was 4%, I had a Lati. And Lati was Scout, so it was faster than everything. I sacked my Garchomp, went Lati, and clicked Healing Wish to Clef, which was, I should say, a stupid play because he always has an Among Us, and Clef can't deal with Among Us unless he has T-Wave or a Flamethrower, which is also a very worst case scenario that it gets paralyzed, stays paralyzed for a lot of turns, you know. I could have just easily saved Garchomp, sacked Clef on the Psychic because he was going to click Psychic and Clef was at like 50%, so it would have died anyways. And then I could have just Healing Wished Garchomp. Now he has a Tyranitar which is slower than a Garchomp, so it would have been 1-hit KO because Tyranitar brings Sand and my Sand Force would have gotten activated, right? Now Alakazam, let's calculate the damage which Alakazam would do in a Psychic to a Mega Chomp, right? Mega Garchomp. I had my Sword Dance one. It was, what was it? It was, I think it was Jolly. I didn't put a name or anything. It was still Jolly. And here comes Zam. Zam Mega Special Sweeper. Psychic does 53 to 63. I would have been at like Brock's damage at some 94%. It does. I imagine I lost 60, so I would have been at 34. Now Tyranitar gets 1-hit KO'd. Alakazam gets 1-hit KO'd after damaging my Psychic. Only Pokemon left is an Among Us, which is defensive but doesn't have any special attack investment, right? And only move it can hit me super decently with is a Giga Drain, and it does 21 to 24. I would have easily won that game, but I don't know why I did that stupid mistake. Garchomp was a Garchomp sweep, and it would have served the purpose of the team because I built that around Mega Chomp. But yeah, I really played really bad, made a very bad play. Like it cost me a game, so you know. I shouldn't have done that, but oh well. As here he will just knock my Clef up. I just forfeited, yeah. So yeah, that was it. He won the first game, but let's move on to game 2, which is here. In this game, He is using a kind of a decently standard offense kind of team with really fast Pokemon like Weavile, Manectric, and Infernape. But I guess it is could be said it can be said that it's balanced. Yeah, that was an Impish Chomp with Stealth Rock, Defog, Rotom, and an Among Us, which is a Keldeo counter, and 3 attackers or sweepers, anything I should say. Here, I'm using a standard Charizard Y and Bandit Tita combo team, which is Charizard Y with Roost and 3 attacks, Bandit Tita, Phaethon, which is my Stealth Rocker, Rotom is my Defogger, Keldeo Specs, and Lati is Carved, which is Healing Wish, which is really great for Charizard. So let's start the game. I'll keep it normal, I guess. I led with Rotom, he led with Garchomp. So here I knew that his lead is either going to be Infernape as Taunt Stealth Rock or a Garchomp as Stealth Rock, or even a Manectric, right? Manectric could have been great later. Usually in this kind of team, Charizard Y uh, is a great lead, but as he had Manectric, I didn't want to lead with that, and I found out that the 3 leads he have, Rotom can deal with all of them and take a hit easily from all of them and even damage them. That's why I led with Rotom, which bugged out as he went Garchomp, and he clicked Toxic and missed there, which is kind of unfortunate because I then got a play of going into Parathon and getting changing Stealth Rocks. Otherwise, if he poisoned me there, then he wouldn't have to click Toxic again, and I went Parathon and he would have gotten Stealth Rock up, and he had a switch on my Stealth Rocks. Would have been bad for me, but here we exchanged rocks on the same turn, so I had a chance to quickly seed or anything. As he went Among Us, now I knew from the last, it's Black Sludge, I knew from the last game that this wasn't HP fire, but I still didn't want to take risk, and that's why I switched and all, confirming that it's not HP fire. He's not using HP fire, but here he sacked his Garchomp, or maybe I guess it was a sack, and he trapped me with Weavile, which was a very good play. I didn't have any choice, so I just spammed Draco Meteor to damage it, get it in range of Stealth Rock, but he made a great play and switched out to Among Us. So here I saved my Lati because I can defog these hazards away later, and Healing Wish would be very helpful. As I went Phaethon, he doubled to Infernape, I went Rotom, which has a decent switch against it. Here I clicked defog, but I should have just done Hydro Pump. Yeah, it kind of made a bad play here, I think, because Stealth Rock would have been annoying for his team, but yeah, I had a Charizard Y, so I thought that defogging is better here. And I didn't realize that Infernape would have Mark Punch. I didn't think of that at all and sacked my Lati. Now I went Keldeo for here on the last turn as a sack Lati. I was planning to kill it, but Mark Punch, I didn't think of Mark Punch, my Lati died. And on the next turn I went Keldeo. I mean I didn't have any choice because Infernape kills Phaethon, Infernape kills Tyranitar, Infernape, I mean Charizard Y can survive one, but he would have damaged me a lot with Sun Boosted Flame Blitz, right? So my only choice to go for a 50-50, and I was pretty sure that I will survive one close combat. So that was my best play, and he went Among Us. Now I went Phaethon for the Spore first, and then doubled to Charizard, you know, do some mind games, but he really made a great play and went Infernape. But I guess he just switched for the Phaethon because he didn't have HP fire, but I went Charizard, and you know, but here, as you can see, yeah, I went Charizard and I Mega Evolved thinking he will favorites, but he clicked Gunk Shot and it missed. I mean, it was a 50-50 on his part, like Gunk Shot has a 80% accuracy, but it kind of held me. That miss really helped me because I was out of range for Viva's Icicle Crash, which you will see on the next turn as he went Viva. and I survived it like 12 or 18%, something like that, 10%. So if that gunk shot hit, then I would have made, I had to make plays like go into Caldio, which I think wouldn't have been that bad. Caldio like can take Weavile, and at that turn he wouldn't have any choice but click. He wouldn't have made a hard play into Manectric on the Caldio, you know. So even Manectric, I had a Spathon as my sack because I don't need it anymore. But he volt switched out, went into Rotom, so it worked out. I was able to click what, get Stealth Rock up. Yeah, I got my Stealth Rock up here. And then I just sacked my Python. Now, Tyranitar is great because Sand gets up, so my special defense is up. So this was an easy Stone Edge, free Stone Edge, and Among Us even wouldn't have survived Crunch, so it doesn't matter. Wanted to click Crunch, but I thought like a Rotom can survive, might survive one Crunch, and you know, I didn't want to take any risk. That's why I Stone Edge, which in turn is also a risk if I missed. But if I missed, then it's whatever, right? Axe happens. Yeah, his Hydro Pump missed, but I was planning to stack my Charizard anyway, so it doesn't matter. I guess Rotom took some damage, which was bad for him, but it still doesn't matter because Tyranitar's Crunch would have been heavy. As he would switched out, went into Manectric. And I mean, at that turn, if his Hydro Pump didn't have missed, then I had a Caldew, and I could have just Focus Blast and something died if I hit, of course. Or even I could have just Secret Sorted for damage because I knew Tyranitar would have survived one Hydro Pump plus T-Bolt in Sand. As here, his only play was that Volt Switch out and think like sack Rotom, then come again, intimidate me, and Volt Switch plus T kill me in Volt Switch plus T-Bolt. But I calculated that at that time and it was not KOing me. Volt Switch plus T-Bolt was not KOing me. So at this point I would have won at anyways. And it turns out that his Rotom is not faster than my Tyranitar, so this was GG. That Gug shot did make it worse for him, but I think I would have won because I had a Keldeo at full, which was a great. I mean, my Keldeo didn't even get damaged, right? So I could have just switched into Keldeo into Weavile and get a KO because he only had Rotom, Manectric, or whatever. No, he had Among Us at the time. Ah, yes, he did. But I would have to make better predicts, I guess. I don't know, it could have turned out anyways, but we'll take those. I mean, it is RNG, sometimes we lose, sometimes we win. So moving on to the third game, this is the third game and I used the Rain team, which I played with my previous video in Pro. It is the same Rain team, nothing changed, and he used the same team as game 1, so I knew everything about his team, so it made better matchup for me actually. So Pelipper, I should just tell you what the team is. Pelipper is U-Turn, Scar, Defogger. Rodont is not banded, it's Life of SD. Swampert is my Stealth Rocker. Python is Spikes, EV Tornadoes because Alakazam kind of fucks my team because of Swampert copying my Swampert switch him. That's why Focus Blast kills Python. That's why EV Tornadoes and a Specs Calio, which is really powerful in trade. So let's just get started. I led with my Python because I didn't want to lead with my Pelipper because he could have led with Tyranitar and trapped my Pelipper right away. And I mean, I didn't really have a switch against Tyranitar except Keldeo, and I didn't want to get it damage on turn 1, you know. But he led with Keldeo, but I had Protect on this, so I was not worried about it at all. I went Pelipper here, he went Tyranitar, which was a great play either Pelipper or Tornadoes, but going Pelipper was better because he wouldn't have Sand up and I got my Rain up. I switched into Keldeo on the Stone Edge or Crunch. I guess he crunched, and here he went Among Us. My Hydro Pump missed, but now it would have stop it here. I calculated the damage of a Calm I don't know what his stat was. It was Black Sludge, I know that. So I don't know if it was fully calm or bold. I don't know, but I calculated the damage of a calm one with 200 special defense EVs, and it took like 40 from 40% to 48 in range. So it wouldn't have been a two-hit KO. So it doesn't matter if I hit that Hydro Pump or not. Here I went Tornadus. Now I was in a dilemma of if he will click Spore or not, but I figured that it's fine. Just go Tornadus. Shouldn't. I just went Tornadus thinking that I shouldn't overthink anything, and let's just go Tornadus because he will be got it. Yeah, but he went Garchomp, and here my Hurricane will always hit due to rain, and I was in turn was able to get rid of the Garchomp, but he switched into Zapdos, which was a great play. Here I went hard Swampert because it is a perfect switch against it, unless Zapdos once been hit with, which didn't happen. Now here I got my Stealth Rock up and went Ferrothorn. Now at this point I was sure that is not using HP Fire Among Us, so here I stayed in and clicked what Spikes or Leseed. I think it is Spikes to pressure his team, because with the Spikes pressure, Among Us would have been range of Rain Hydro Pump from Keldeo. So that was my plan. Protect, I can see what he's doing. Heat Wave or Defog. Always my play always was to go Swampert. Now here he Volt Switched, thinking I'll go like Keldeo or something maybe. I don't know why I did that. He should have just Defog, but well, you know. Here I clicked Ice Punch on his Defog, and I guess I should say it was fortunate of me that this was a really interesting turn that his Zapdos got frozen and my Swampert got paralyzed. It was a status trade. I mean, both of them got a good thing, both of them got a bad thing. You know, I guess freeze for him mattered more than my paralysis, because yeah, you know. So here he got froze. I think I clicked Earthquake. No, I clicked Stealth Rock. Okay. And here I just killed this Garchomp. And he went Rainita. I think I went my Pelipper. Just wanted to get the rain up as he clicked Superpower. And I have no idea why he did that. I guess he predicted a Keldeo, but I think Crunch would have been better damaging the Keldeo with Crunch. And seeing that I don't have any switches on Crunch, because he always has an Among Us in his bag for Keldeo, so going for Superpower in my opinion was a bad play there. But which worked out for me as he went Zapdos. Now here let's see, look, the Ice Punch did 45, right? Let's go back. This Zapdos falls at 49. Imagine if my Swampert didn't get paralyzed and his Zapdos didn't get frozen. I have a Mega Swampert, Rain Sweeper, and Rain is not up, and he has his Zapdos, which is defensive. Not as Sack, Assam. Swampert, Rain Sweeper, Zapdos, defensive. Let's make it defensive as hell, you know. Let's take the best scenario. It is 240 and 16. So yeah, here Ice Punch would have done, wait, I'm adamant, would have done 38 to 40, but it did 45, so he was not fully defensive. He was till the point where Ice Punch does 45. It was like this, I guess. Yeah, let's say this. He was this. Still, he was at 49, so he would have been able to get Roost up. I guess it mattered. It really mattered for him, the freeze. Because at that point, if he didn't get frozen, then he would have gotten the Roost off, and I would have had to make switches. Because of the freeze on this turn, he used it as a sack. and it died in Scar. So yeah, sorry for that, I guess. That was really unfortunate for him. But yeah, what I did was switch into Swampert because it's paralyzed, so I don't need it anymore. And I didn't want Alakazam to just copy the Switch Sim and press pressure my team or anyway in any way. I went Calio, click Secret Sword, didn't want Predict or anything because I had a Tornadus, because I always had a Phaethon in the back for this Among Us as it's not HP Fire. And here I clicked Leaf Seed, I think. If I remember correctly, I clicked Leaf Seed or what? Yes, I clicked Leaf Seed. And I click Protect. I clicked Protect and then he switched to Keldeo, so I was able to Protect again without any worries. Protect Phaethon is really great because in the current meta of Pro, like Keldeo, Specs Keldeo, we can scout for that. Anything other than Specs, DC Protect gives a lot more recovery. It can sometimes deal with Magnezone if in rain. It can deal with Magnezone clicking HP Fire, DC Protect, you know, and it also helps against Medicham or Lopunny's high jump kicks, you know. But here I went Tornadus as I clicked Secret Sword. Now I had a free Hurricane. I did that, and he sacked his Caldew. I will U-turn here, and I went Phaethon because I can always protect. And I think I clicked Power Whip right off the bat, damage it and wanted to get it in range of Aquajet, Prodon's Aquajet protect, just to kind of stall and make his focus blast miss or anything. But it turns out that he was protect, but wasn't that much of thing to worry, because even like only 12% damage, uh, it gets in range of Prodon's Aquajet. Here, what I did, okay, I went Pelipper to get the rain up for the huge amount of damage. I believe I went Tornadus, yes. Tornadus it is. He went Alakazam now. He got his regenerator, but I will survive because I am AV, so I just U-turn out. He got his sand up. And what? I went Pelipper to get rain up again, okay. And here I sacked my Pelipper because I think at this point Prodont would have been able to save. Scalio comes in, see. I mean, look at this damage. It was not a crit. When I calculated, it did 40 to 48, which means this was bold with very less special defense investment, right? So, yeah. And here my Hydro Pump missed, and he clicked Spore, but that didn't matter because I made a Tornadus play, which was good. But Tyranitar was in U-turn range, so it didn't matter. I clicked Hurricane, it missed. Here I U-turned out. He went Among Us now. My only play was to go Crodon because my Caldew was sleeping. So, and I mean the Hydro Pump did that much damage, so I was in kind of a dilemma if the knockoff will knock it out or not. But I underestimate Crodon. It's so fucking powerful. Knockoff just removed 63% from an Among Us. Here Alakazam dies in Aquajet. And wait, it survived? It survived? Fuck. Damn it. I thought it would die. It died there. Yeah, I'm kind of stupid, but even if it survived, I guess my 12% was from a banded Crodon's Aquajet. I miscalculated that, I guess. So, yeah. I did 70% to the Alakazam. So, but Tita was in stealth trophy, so it didn't matter. So yeah, that's it. These were the games. I would have won the first game honestly if I just didn't make that bad play. So, and I guess second game could have been said that it was unfortunate for him that gunk shot miss changed the game, but the third game it didn't matter because I had a better matchup and I also knew his team. So third game was decent, and I mean I had Hydro Pump misses and all, so but no hate and all. He didn't say anything or for the misses or anything. He was a good guy. Really appreciate that sportsman spirit. GG at the end. And yeah, that's it. So this was the game one. I won and moved to the next round. So yeah, and in this one, I mean, you have know this team. This is the standard. This I really wanted to see this team shine, but yeah, I made that mistake because uh, I also plan to use this team in pro once I get a sand rush schedule somehow. So we'll see what happens. So yeah, I'll end the video off here. Thanks for watching. Like the video if you enjoyed, and subscribe if you enjoy my content. I upload many PvP videos, and I'm doing another series for the game Sleeping Dogs, so you can watch that, and comment if you have any suggestions or anything. And that's it. I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.